Hello students, today we will start with the topic of animal husbandry. Let us see what is the definition of animal husbandry. So animal husbandry is dealing with the scientific management of farm animals, which includes feeding, breeding and disease control is called animal husbandry. Now animal based farming. So what is included in this animal husbandry is cattle, means cow, buffalo, ox, goat, sheep, poultry, hen, all that, and then comes fish farming. So all this is included in animal husbandry. And in this topic of animal husbandry, first we are going to start with cattle farming. So this video we will deal with cattle farming. Let's start with that. Farming of cattle for milk and labor is called cattle farming. So two important things for which the cattle farming is done is for milk and is for labor. That is the main purpose of cattle farming. Now the milk producing females, such as if we talk about cow and buffalo, which gives milk, they are called as milch animals. They are also called dairy animals. So we use the word dairy animals or we use the word milch animals for all these cows and buffaloes which give us milk. On the other hand, the animals which are used for farm labors. Farm labor means आपके खेतों में काम करने के लिए जिन जानवरों का यूज होगा, those are called drought animals. So drought animals are not for milk, they are used for labor purpose, like to plow the field, for tilling and all different purposes other than producing milk. In the topic of cattle farming, the next thing is called lactation period. So the lactation period means the period of milk production after the birth of a calf. Once the cow or buffalo gives birth to a calf, okay, after that particular animal starts producing milk. So for the amount of time it produces milk, that is called as the lactation period. It can be say around 250 days to 300 days. The exotic or foreign breeds of cow have a long lactation period. Generally Indian cows don't have that much long lactation period, and if we are interested in milk production, then we have to choose some breeds which have got long lactation periods, and foreign breeds of cow have a very long lactation period. Like first example, very famous one is Jersey cow. Jersey cows are from USA. Then the second one is Brown Swiss. They are from Switzerland. Next is Holstein and Friesen. They are from Holland. They are the three foreign breeds of cow. Let us see their picture. Over here, as you can see, we have got a Jersey cow which is from USA. The next one is the Brown Swiss from Switzerland. On the other hand, if we talk about Indian breeds, so the local breeds, they show excellent resistance to diseases. Okay, so they are very good resistance against diseases, and the best example is Red Sindhi and Sahiwal and Gir. Let us see their pictures. Over here, as you can see, the top one is the Red Sindhi. It is from Andhra Pradesh, and the next one is called Sahiwal. It is found in UP, Punjab and Haryana. So they are the Indian different varieties of the cows which are giving milk, plus they have a very good resistance towards diseases. But the only thing is their lactation period is less as compared to the foreign varieties. So what we are now trying to do, scientists are trying to do, is to crossbreed these desi breeds with these exotic breeds so as to get animals with both the desired qualities. That means the animal should have a long lactation period and should also be resistant to all different kind of diseases. So after crossbreeding, we have prepared two new varieties. One of them is called Curran Swiss, the other one is called Curran Fries. Let us see their pictures. See over here. So as you can see over here, the top one is called Curran Fries. So it is a cross between Holstein Friesen from Holland versus Thaparkar from India. The next one is the Curran Swiss. Curran Swiss is a hybrid, again a crossbreed between the Brown Swiss from Switzerland versus Sahiwal of India. So as you can see, even crossbreeding is done to get desirable characters. Next, we will see over here how we have to take care of these animals. So there should be regular brushing, very important point, and to remove the dirt and loose hair. Okay, so these animals, they develop a layer of dirt and loose hair, so they should be regularly brushed. Second point, the sheds of the animals, the place where they live, should be well ventilated, right? And it should be roofed. There should be a roof above them, so that to help them protect from rains, from sunlight, direct sunlight, and even from cold. Okay. Point number 3, the floor of the cattle shed should be made of brick lined and needs to be sloped for facilitating cleaning and keeping their sitting places dry. Most often we have seen that these cattles, their shed are not made up of bricks from bottom. They are not made up of bricks. So if it is just ground with mud and dust over there, becomes difficult because if it is going to rain and all, that is going to create a lot of problem for this animal to sit over there. Okay, so it has to be brick lined, and the second important point is it should have a slight slope, because if the animal is urinating, the urine should not remain over there, it should slope down. And when if we are cleaning it becomes easy for us to clean that particular area if it has a slight slope, not a great deal but a slight slope. So if you are going to throw water over there, wash it, clean it, so all the water should move out from there easily. So it helps in cleaning and keeping the place dry for the animals. Let us talk about feed. What is feed? The food eaten by these animals is called feed. So the animal feed includes two types of substances. So there are two types of substances which should be present in the animal feed. The first one is the roughage. Roughage largely contains the fibers, such as there should be green fodder, etc. There should be grasses. They are the most common and nutritious feed of the cattle. So this is the first one. Next, apart from roughage, there has to be these concentrates. So what are these concentrates? The mix of substance which are rich in one or more of the nutrients, like rich in carbohydrates or fats or proteins. These concentrates are low in fibers and they contain relatively high proteins and other nutrients. They are fed with roughage, they are fed with concentrates, and along with these two, these additive feeds are also given, which contains antibiotics, minerals and hormones. They are also given, which promote the growth of the animals. It facilitates a good yield of milk and also protect them from different diseases, giving them hormone and giving them antibiotics and giving them all the required minerals. Increases the yield. Next, we will talk about some of the diseases of cattle. So when we talk about some of the diseases of a cattle, a healthy animal can be recognized by its regular feeding, by its normal posture and a definite body temperature. So if an animal is not in its normal posture or is sitting for a long time, okay, like usually if the animal moves here and there and remains in normal posture, but if you see him, that animal sitting for a long amount of time and not getting up and all, so that means there is some problem. So the body temperature has to be checked regularly. Now, cattle diseases are basically categorized into two categories. The first one is parasitic diseases and the second one is the infectious diseases. So let us talk about them one by one. About the parasitic disease, when we talk about the parasitic disease, the parasites of cattle may be both external parasite that live on the cattle or internal parasite. When we talk about external parasite, they live on the skin of the cow, skin of the buffalo and mainly cause skin diseases. But if we talk about internal parasite, they affect the stomach and they affect the intestine of the cows and buffaloes, and flukes of the host damage the liver. So they cause some internal damage also. Next one. After the parasitic diseases comes infectious diseases. So they are mainly caused by viruses and bacteria. So they are contagious diseases and they are going to spread by contact from animal to animal.